Hi, my name is Phil Lane. I'm going to be doing several training videos today. Just going to be starting off with hand-to-hand combat, and then I'm going to switch over to some weapons. So starting off, stance is everything. You need, if you're right-handed, right foot back. If you're left-handed, left foot back. Orthodox, standard. Okay? I always keep my hands up in case someone attacks me. I can use defensive more than offensive because they go aggressive at me. If they throw a left, then I easily block it. Throw an elbow. I can do stun from that angle. I can do an uppercut underneath. I can do so many different things from just defensive stance. It's so similar. So simple. Just keep your hands up. Alright? Starting off, there's three different ways to punch. There's several different, three different ways that I'm going to be training today to punch. There's obviously several different ways. There's also several different ways to kick. I'm going to be doing three that I can remember. So first for punching, we're going to be doing they do it more in MMA and in boxing. They do straight, and then they twist at the end. There's the other way where they start off fist, and then they start twisting like this. They start twisting and then go in. And then there's the other way where it's like Bruce Lee, where he uses his chest muscles to punch. It's just a straight punch. You can also use that as a hook, and you can also use that as an uppercut. Same thing, but this stays like this, it doesn't twist. My preference, I started off, and it's very easy for newer people to do it like this. It's easier to train people when you do the twist. When you do the twist like this, you start off, you twist, because you have to get used to it. For more experienced fighters, they go straight like this, and then they snap at the end. The reason for that is if you know you're not going to hit that punch, you do not use any energy to throw that punch. Next thing, kicks. There's the baseball bat kick, where your leg is straight the entire time. There's the Muay Thai kick, where your leg is bent the entire time. And then there's the karate snap kick, where you snap halfway. You snap your knee. So, you throw up, snap. Karate. The Muay Thai one, you keep going. You do not let your leg get straight at all. For the baseball one, I did have trouble with this when I first started, but I like that. So that kick itself, that's more of a Mirko Krokop. If you search him up on YouTube, tons and tons of KOs with his kicks. It's all baseball kick, right? Next thing is footwork. Oh my god, footwork took me a long time to learn. I did this years ago. I've done kickboxing for so many years. so many failed attempts at footwork. But when you do footwork, it's very simple. When you go backwards, back leg first, then next leg. When you go forwards, forward leg first, then back leg. Why? You need to keep the balance. If you go like this, you're completely unbalanced and someone hits you, you're screwed. Same thing with side. If you're going right, you go right, and then left. Same with left, and left. Okay? So, let's go back to punching. For uppercuts, people do these wild, winding uppercuts. And it's so telegraphed, you can see coming a mile away and easily dodge it, or you can block it. You can go block like this, or you can block like this and knock it away. When it's telegraphed that much, there's so much time you have that you can counter. If you trained yourself enough, which does take a long time, years, when you see an uppercut coming, like a big winding uppercut or a big winding hook, you have so much time to react. And people who aren't trained as well, they want to throw that big knockout punch, you know? I've never trained myself to do this big, wild, swinging, ridiculous punch. I don't care for it. I want to be precise, fast. So, simply put, if someone throws a big, winding uppercut, you can easily knock his hand away and then straight, right to the face. Or you can block an uppercut on your own. For uppercuts, shoulder dips. Hand goes up. Simple. So if I do 1, 2, 3, shoulders down, up, straight, and then up. That's it. For hooks, same thing. If you want to do your twist, you can do, if you want to do the Bruce Lee style, like this, or you can do like this, and then the snap at the end with the twist of your leg. So all the power comes from your legs. When you twist, you put all the power into it. So simple straight punch. I can go like this. Okay. Doesn't look like it's going to hurt anybody. It's probably going to make them go, what are you doing? When you have your stance and you have your leg, you twist your leg into the punch. All the power comes generated from your leg, travels up, and then gets received. Your arms just send the power. They just send the damage, whatever you want to call it. It all comes from your body, all comes from your leg. You twist, same thing. So, demonstration. Alright, I'll give you a demonstration. I'm just straightforward, going ham. You always come back to defense. You always come back to the defense. Every single time. You have to bring your hands right back up. Something you very, very, very badly need to know and need to train every single time. And I'll show you with all the weapons training. It always comes back to defense. Okay? So, attack, whatever, you always bring your hands right back. Why? You can block. You can do something else with them. If he's going to attack you, you can block it with your other hand. And then hit again with that hand. For kicks are telegraphed through the roof. And one thing that really, really, really telegraphs them is your eyes. So one thing I learned, when you look at someone, you have to look at the chest. Why? So your peripherals can see where their legs are going, where their head is, where their arms are. Okay? You see where they're going. Several times they telegraph what they're going to do just by looking at your body part. simple explanation. Back in, I don't know, this is like elementary school. Some girl, you know, she was a friend of mine, I pissed her off or something, and she wanted to kick me in the nuts. What she did was she looked down. You bring your leg up and block. She kicks your leg, simple. Alright? So, defense. That goes into defense. If you don't know, if the guy doesn't know what he's going to do, if he's looking at your face, he's going to hit you in the head. It's pretty straightforward. Nobody really, like in a street fight, goes for the body or goes for the legs or any of that stuff, you know. They might go for your nuts. Hence why I gave you the explanation. You need to watch that. Alright? For defense, straight up defense, if a guy throws a punch like that and you just want to block, you just go block. If he throws a kick, this covers your entire body. Same thing with left side. Covers your entire body. Alright? Keep your leg loose so when he hits it, it just moves. It's not like solid or anything. It just moves. absorbs the impact, doesn't hit anything else. I prefer, and that's just a starter defense, I would prefer to do this and train this. It's more challenging if you deal with someone who's faster than you because you have to be ready for those movements. You have to predict them in a way. When you get good at it, you don't have to predict them. But if you want to start off, blocking and stuff like that, if you're very, very new, block an uppercut, block a hook, block full body for a kick. I haven't been able to block this. Like you can go like this, like boxers do. It's a waste because you're leaving your entire face open. All they have to do is go boom, boom, and you in the face. So what I would suggest, if you see a guy go, hey, he's attacking my face, he throws a punch like this, and then he throws a punch like this, I would step back. That would be my defense for that situation. If you see it coming, I would step back. Because blocking like this, you leave your entire face open. If a guy knows what he's doing, one, he's hitting you in the belly, in the body, so he knows what he's doing. And two, he's going to hit you with something else right after. That's not an option. It's not going to happen. So those are my defensive ways. Straightforward, like blocking kicks. Sure, you can catch a kick. Like a lot of people have reflexes. I did it too, where you catch a kick. So someone throws a kick at you, whatever, a friend, and you catch it. You're completely open on this side. Completely open. You can block like this, but it's not going to work. You can also push his leg up, but I've tried that and it doesn't put them as off balance as it should, as it seems, So that's not worth it. Second thing about defense is countering. And this is what I prefer to do, but I've also learned training for years. I'd rather do countering than just straight up blocking. Start off with blocking, even if you know what you're doing. Start off with blocking to see what they are like. You see if they're fast. You see if they throw big winding punches. If they're fast, blocking might be a better option for you. If they're big and burly and stuff, and they hit you, block and it just pushes you back, countering is a better option. But you have to see what they're going to do before you just, oh hey, I'm going to counter everything he has. No, you never know. You have to check, you have to wait, be patient, and figure this shit out first. So, I like to do the countering stuff. He throws a punch, whatever it is. He throws a straight, block, parry, hit, parry, hit, parry, hit, stun punch, hit them right here. Or you can do this, slide of the neck, stun hit, stun punch, but that's what they trained me in defensive tactics. But then you can do a knee. So if I do this, I can actually go Muay Thai stance and go bam, wrap your hands around the back of his neck and then one around the back of his head. And you lock them in like this. And then you can do Muay Thai stance. You can go bam, bam. You can do pulling his head down and kneeing. But every single time you do that, every single time you knee, you need to move him because he will figure out a way to get out of that. So you go bam and then you pull him. Pull him and pivot. All you do is pivot on your legs. So bam, bam, and you just pull him. And then same thing, bam. Or you can do, you block, hand around the back of the neck and just hit him like that. I always prefer the countering, but it, like I said, takes a long time to get good at. Other things you can do, elbows. He punches left, right, bam, bam. I love elbows, but I'm not the best with them yet. I did get Muay Thai training for several weeks, but I know a couple things. Like if you want to do short range elbows and you want to cut somebody, thumb, armpit. So you go wham like that. If he's close, it's thumb, armpit. If you want to do long range and just do damage. So, wham, Simple. You know how to do elbows now. Next thing, next thing would be breathing. Yes, I should have gone over breathing earlier, but you get on a rant, you do what you do. These are the videos I come up with. So, every single time you punch, move, punch, tack, kick, everything. If I block, you are using your muscles, you're using your energy. Breathe out. Reduces the amount of energy you use. So, simple, right? Always go back to the defense. I like blocking like this. This is just a straightforward. The reason for me doing this stance right here, that you're like, why isn't he going back to block? That doesn't make any sense. It's contradicting way to do it. I'm used to doing jabs. So I'm used to doing, I watched GSP do it versus Matt Serra. And all he did was jump. It was like a forward step and then a back. And that's it. All he did was a jab, used his entire body weight's going into it. His arm is straight. That's another thing. Do not keep your arm straight. So if you throw a straight punch, you lose all that strength, you lose all the weight when you completely straighten your elbow. But if you're doing a jab like this, your weight is going into that jab. So, simple, right? Big, those are strong, like the stronger versions of jabs. Simple jab like that, meh, it sets up stuff, it starts combos. Big jabs, jumping forward, using your weight into it. Doesn't matter if your arm's straight, because that is the snapping of the punch. It's not what you're looking for. It's your body weight going forward. I think that would be it for beginners of fighting. Sure, there's more I can go over. Just write it down in the comments.